Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Ants, playing some more Subnautica today, and I think something big is about to happen when we go through this door right here. So a few comments on the last video. Again, I'm recording this not too long after the video went out, so apologies if you comment and I don't mention it. A couple of lovely comments from Queen Shiza and Gog, or Matija. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's what his handle is. It used to be God of Gamers, I think it was. So I call him Gog, so that's why Gog. Both of them say they're very much enjoying this series, which is wonderful. Glad you are. And Stormlight commented on this and also the previous video, which you may remember had the similar issue where I recorded the last one right after I recorded the one before. So he also commented on the one before and basically said the game's going to come around and give me a swift dog kick right in the feelies. So I don't know what's through this door, but I suspect it's going to be big. So can't see anything, so let's pop out, whack in the old tablet and see what happens. Now, I am of course playing on the new PC now, which is wonderful and shiny and colourful and all sorts of good things. That doesn't really mean much for Subnautica. I have a lot more CPU headroom now. I don't know if that was ever the case for Subnautica, that it was throttled by that. I have put up the resolution scaling, which was down to 90% on the previous PC, so I've pushed that up to 100% to see if we can, if it's okay with that. Although looking at the resources, it seems a lot more GPU restricted than CPU, but it may be that the old CPU just didn't have enough headroom, I suppose, so hopefully it should look a little bit better for you guys. It won't be a massive difference, but you may just see it being hopefully a little bit crisper. So I suppose we've got to go in there. Oh, we can't climb that, but I can. No, I can't. I wonder if there's a way of getting up there. I'm not convinced there is anything up there. Get around that hole there, you bollard. Looks like a door, though, doesn't it? Which makes me feel that I do want to go up there. Am I stuck on something again? I'm just stuck down a step. I'm a terrible, terrible... Ah, the grapple hook doesn't have enough strength to pull us up when we're not in the water. Okay, well that's good to know. Excuse me while I just readjust my headset. It feels a little loose today for some reason. Don't know why. Haven't changed it in any way whatsoever. Okay, so let's go in and see what we find in here then. Oh no.
Are you here to play?
No?
Others came here.
Oh my lordy Jesus!
Walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you.
You
I'm curious
do.
whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Well, that thing is massive. Same size as the, I think they call the Emperor Leviathans? Emperor Dragon Leviathan? Something like that, isn't it? First one that's talked to us, though, so that's new, isn't it? Okay. That was very, very unexpected. Ha! How long has that thing been down here? Hang on. How long has that thing been down here? And what others? What others are you referring to? So lots of life around. Oh, not my intention. Not my intention. I'm trying to go back up. I mean, I say that. I may as well just go down, right? Let's aim for that pillar over there. And what do we have around here? Lots of these, I can't remember what they're called, lots of those things though. You know, definitely don't want to mess with it. I don't think our little old prawn suit would last long against it, do you? that just a light over there, or is that something special? So lots of alien architecture around. No, it's just a light, isn't it? Quite a few of the
usually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
Oh, so the predatorial fish or creatures, don't know they're fish, won't attack me. Yet, I should say. They won't attack me yet. So we don't seem to have too much around in this room. There are some areas that go down, possibly, like this over here.
The plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Let's, oh. Get on now. Oh, it does seem to be getting a little jerky, doesn't it? Nothing's really maxed out performance-wise. Is that new? I can't scan it. And I also do not recognise it. I'm, oh, the whole fish. I do recognise the name. I'm loath to touch anything in case it causes her. I'm going to go with her. Had a female voice. I haven't got much else to go on. Causes her to go a little bit crazy. And she said you're here to play a game, so she's expecting...
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plankton-like life form, which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
That's interesting. So she psychically controls the life around... Oh, there's a portal there, look. Wonder where that's supposed to go. Psychically controls the life around here. So that it sustains the plankton. So that nothing goes crazy. And she can live. Does she live on plankton? She doesn't look like a plankton eating creature, does she? Now I'm aware there's something down there which looks like it takes a hypercube, an ion cube or something. I just want to continue having a quick scan around first. I don't think there's anything else, but I just want to be sure before we do anything almost certainly incredibly stupid. What was that? What are those things? Is that just the trails from the fish? Didn't really look like it, but okay. This is a very suspicious looking rock here. Oh, I was wondering if I could mine it and there'd be something hidden behind. Just looked a little unusual, didn't it? Okay. Well then. I guess we'll go over here. Start touching some stuff over here, right? Okay, sorry about that. Back again. It's either a really good idea or a really bad idea. Well, I don't know what else we could do. That's not anything. I thought it was. What are they trying to scan? Oh, the whole platform. Hello! The Emperor specimen's eggs are attached to some form of incubator. In a normal life cycle, it seems likely that sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters where different organic materials in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. So that's what she's trying to elicit with this ecosystem? The incubator suggests that the aliens had resorted to develop an artificial hatching enzymes which would simulate the egg's natural hatching environment, but were unable to discover the formula. With extensive information on the sea emperors themselves, it may still be possible to fabricate an artificial hatching enzyme using indigenous ingredients. However, the only surviving source of that information may be the Sea Emperor itself. So you're going to tell me how to hatch these eggs and create more Sea Emperors. Uncommonly strong shell, hundreds or thousands of years old. Alien devices penetrate the outer shell, likely designed to supply them with nutrients and to isolate them from the environment. Not sure that's really useful. Like many eggs, they do not contain a nutrient supply. Instead, they exist in a natural form of stasis, awaiting appropriate hatching conditions. Oh, that's interesting. That's why they survived that long. So why does it need the nutrients from the alien tubes, I wonder? There is a high genetic match between these organisms and the leviathan in the vicinity. And that last little bit said it's highly likely that the conditions to hatch these eggs are likely to be very different from the conditions that keep the leviathan alive. So does that suggest... I'm just going to get my thing out so I can power this while I go. Does that suggest that hatching these eggs will kill the leviathan?
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long.
How long?
The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Freedom. You'll uncover that portal so I can get out. While she's here, let's just take a little bit of a closer look at her, shall we? Oh, no, let's get some oxygen.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, takes longer to get oxygen apparently. Let's not rush this. Well, thank you for that. That's cool of you. Haven't actually helped you yet, though. I wanted to get a closer look at you, and now you've ran away. Okay. So is this the creature that's been speaking to me like the whole time then? When we've had those sort of flashes of blue in front of us? I'm sure that looks sort of like her face.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna go back? I don't think we've got time, do we? No, let's just drink some water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, I don't have the hatching enzymes. Where do I get those from? Through the portal? Is that why she opened it? Too far. Turn around.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Okay. Awesome. A blueprint. Okay. Scans indicate this arch was left inactive when the facility was abandoned. It likely served as an access point to the surface of the planet. It is too small for the Emperor to go through. It would accommodate smaller life forms. Available biological data is being used to synthesize the effects of the alien bacterium on the Sea Emperor's natural life cycle. There's a lot here, isn't there? I don't know if we're going to read all of that. But we are going to look at the blueprints and find... bulb bush sample, ghostweed. I don't know what a ghostweed is. Fungal, sea crown, and eye stalk. I don't really know where to get any of those things. Let's go through here and then we'll worry about how we're going to achieve those things in a moment. So she's been there thousands of years, refused to give the others the information on how to hatch the eggs, even though they couldn't hear her, so they probably couldn't even if she wanted to. She refused to go to the others, I guess, because they imprisoned her, but they only imprisoned her so they could try and save the life on the planet. So they could synthesize the enzyme, which... well, not very deep. And we're next to a... what's this just down from the weapon? The weapon facility? I think it might be. Make it. Damn it. That's a bit late now, but thank you very much. Oh my word. Why you got to do that to me? Just running away. Just running away from you. Nope. You just transport me back to where I already was. Keep on going. Come on now. Okay, well we are indeed back around the weapon facility planet. I need to get some delicious nutrients. Bulbo, that wasn't one of them, was it? Another one. I try not to hit the same one too often because I don't want them to all disappear. Bulb bush sample. I think I know what they are. Ghostweed seed. I don't know what that is. Fungal sample, sea crown seed, and eye stalk seed. I don't know where any of that is. Not a clue. Well, the bulb stuff we can find easy enough. I wonder... oh, wonderful. What a beautiful little sunrise. I wonder if the portals... how many things do we need? Oh, it's 5. There are only 4 portals, aren't they? Where do we get a fungal sample from? I recognise the eye stalks. It's got to be a relatively shallow location. Because that's where they said they likely plant their things. And it's got, I'm just thinking. And it's got to, I mean, you'd have thought if it's simulating the conditions where they can be born, then they would all be in the same location. They wouldn't be, you wouldn't expect them, at least, to be split around lots of different places, would you? No, you wouldn't, is the answer to that. So, we need to head back to a base, because we need to charge the prawn suit up first and foremost. It's down to 56% now. We could also do with grabbing a medkit, and also probably a bit more water, just to sort ourselves out. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye. I don't think there's going to be any of those things around here. The sea bulbs were to the west, I think, of the base, weren't they? I think so. Oh, did that without much dump juice left. Oh, go on. There you go. So let's head back to the base. And so if the freedom she was suggesting wasn't the freedom out of that containment... Oh, no, because it wouldn't. I was going to say, would it be in that containment area? But it wouldn't be, because it specifically said it wouldn't be the same conditions she needs to live in. So does the freedom she mean the freedom to get off the planet? Like, if I had built more of the Neptune, would we be unable to get away anyway, because something would be preventing us from taking off? Like, potentially everything exploding. Come on now, what's going on here? Thank you. Now they're mushrooms, they're not fungi, that's table coral. I think they would all be in the same place. Just taking a look at that picture a second. I think they would all be in the same sort of location. How are we doing? Most of the way there. Should start popping up now, shouldn't it? What is, I see a red, like a life pod icon on the very left of the screen. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. What is that icon? Why is it there? I can't spin around to get to it. It's just part of the GUI. I just don't know what it means. I don't recall ever seeing it before, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't been in all of the videos so far, because I hopefully would have noticed that. That's interesting. Not really been using the grapple very much, have I? I need to, well, I need to, quite simply. We are very, oh, there it is. There's our, that's the Neptune. So where's, oh, there's our base. We went right past it, look. So let's take a look at what's in our storage. Not much. A few ion cubes. We have a lot of ion cubes though, which we were told we would need. So that'll get the prawn suit charging. Let's pop over to the alien container and just fill it with ion cubes. Might need to keep a few on us just in case. We don't know what's going to... Oh, then again, will we? Well, maybe not actually. Maybe not now that I sort of said that out loud. Oh, we have some crystalline sulfur. Where would that go? That'd be down in this corner here, wouldn't it? So yeah, despite the new PC, it hasn't affected the Subnautica performance, but too much. I'm not really sure what is the issue. Nothing's being maxed out at all. CPU's 35-ish, GPU's 70-ish. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that the game is not ideally optimized, I suppose. So let's go grab the water from over here. And we wanted to get a med kit, didn't we, as well? And has anything come up on the radio since all that stuff? No. Let's use one of those med kits. What, did I leave some in there? No, I didn't. Okay, then we need to go looking for the star bulb and stuff. The star bulb is the one I'm going to recognise the most, and the eye stalks I think I would vaguely recognise. Now, I think they're over in that direction past the Neptune. There's only one way to find out, I suppose, isn't there? Before we go anywhere, we're going to need to stock up on food and water, so we'll go and eat some marble melons. Anything else I need to get rid of from my inventory? No, we'll keep hold of... oh, they're all rotten. I thought... oh, because it's cooked, not cured, of course. Well, it's Chinese potatoes. I thought for a second I had the eye stalks there. That'd have been crazy. Let's get rid of these rotten cooked hoopfish. We'll do one more, and then we'll cut some things up. There we go. Plant all of those. Perfect. Eat a marble melon. What have we got up here? Yes, it's one of those, wasn't it? The lava things. And what's in the other one? What was the other thing that hatched? I can't quite remember. Ah, one of those things. That's boring. Boo. So, how are we doing for time? I did stop the video, didn't I? We're probably not far off where we need to think about stopping. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a save in just in case something stupid happens. Like, there we go, it took a while, didn't it? Like I managed to fling myself off the edge of the map. Not that I would ever be foolish enough to do something like that, because that's really, really stupid. And then we'll head in a rough, just sort of a west-southwest sort of direction. Now, what are those? I don't think they're what we need, but they're unusual, aren't they? We don't get anything for smacking them, so I don't think it's anything important. And it's not these, is it? Violet bow. No, it is not. And I don't think what we're looking for is down there. I think that would be a very poor place to have it anyway. Because how would the Emperor Leviathan, the biggest of all the creatures it seems on this planet, make its way down there, eh? So we'll continue heading in this sort of... oh, it's a reefback. Panicked for a second, I thought it was a Leviathan. We'll continue heading in this sort of direction. Looks a little bit stuck there, doesn't he? Wish I could help you out, buddy, but I'm on a mission to save a highly intelligent, gigantic life form. That's another one. Again, I looked at it and thought it was a Leviathan of some form. I love the reefbacks. I've not said that for a while, but I'm a massive fan of those creatures. Ah, now then. What do we have down here? Oh no, that's blood oil things, isn't it? What's this? Something I can scan, actually. Gabe's feather. I don't think that's one of the things that I need. I'll give it a whack, though. Well, I've got something from it. Gabe's feather seed, yes. What a surprise. That's not one of them, is it? No, eye stalk seed. Why the scary music, game? I wonder if that icon means there's something... I don't... What beacons do I have on? Yeah, I wonder if there's a... that's the same colour there, isn't it? I think that beacon just got stuck. I think that's what happened. I don't know why the music's got all super creepy. And I don't think this is the right place, is it? I'm fairly confident this isn't the right place now that I've gone down here a little bit. I'm sure it's in this sort of direction, though. Oh! I mean, it's clearly not, is it? I'm pretty sure it's not, so I just don't know where else. I was convinced it was in this direction. What's that? Gosh darn it. Time capsule. Oh. Nutrient blocks. Just a collection of nutrient blocks. How... Oh, that's the wrong button. How unusual. I've not seen anything like that before. I may have to give up this rather fruitless search. Return to the surface and continue this next time, because we just seem to be going deeper and deeper into blood oil territory at the moment. Didn't even know blood oil went down this deep or got this big. I recognise this cave with all the little creepy crawly crabs. What is this? Is that just a small blood oil, or is that something different? No, that's not anything. No, and that's not what I'm looking for either, is it? Indeed. Again. How deep does this go? I feel like I've made a terrible mistake with that thing there. It's landing right in its territory. If we just walk past, maybe it won't care. I don't think it cares. We just gone down into the Lost River. We've just gone down into the Lost River. Okay. What's one of those piranha things? That was creepy as hell right in my ear. Well, not where I intended to go in the slightest, but okay. So we can head back to our lost... Is it the Lost River? Maybe it's not. Seems to be quite a high concentration of those teleporting dudes. It's a bit unusual. I'm not sure this little thing goes anywhere. I think it's just a hole in the ground. Yes, alright, you're going to teleport me out because you're a douchebag.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Now what? Is that still Gary's feather? Oh, it is. I thought it looked a little bit ghost-weedy. Yep, I'm going. Don't worry about it. Why are there so many of these things around? Where the hell am I? It's almost Lost River-y, but Lost River isn't really infested with lots of teleporter things. This is quite Lost River-y. This is 100% Lost River-y. So we just weren't quite all the way through yet. What are they? Nope. They are nothing. Okay, so let's put a beacon on back to our... That's not anything, is it? Back to our Lost River base. Which is actually 2 kilometers in this direction. The Lost River is absolutely massive, isn't it? And we'll try to avoid gigantic see-through squid head. Yep. Perfect. Out of power entirely. Crap-a-dude. Oh no, we're okay. It was just a temporary thing. Oh, the panic I had then. Thought I was going to have to swim 2 kilometers back to the base to get another power cell to bring back here. Now these aren't anything, are they? It doesn't have a name, so I don't think so. And what's this? Oh, it's just table coral. It's a different coloured table coral. Got the word colour and coral mixed up in my head then. Alright, let's scoot on back towards the base then. Because I'm trying to keep the videos to half hour, as always, as I have been for almost over 2 years. Did I miss my 2-year anniversary? Crap, I might have done. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check that. I might have missed my 2-year anniversary for the channel. Was it December? I'm sure it was before Christmas, I'm sure. No, is that Gary's feather? That's ghostweed. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, are they going to rot, which is going to cause me a problem? Maybe is the answer to that. So I was saying I would expect everything to be in the same location. I don't think this is anything. Because it's not. That was correct. So we're going to have to remember that ghostweed is in the Lost River. Now it doesn't look like I was right and everything's in the same place. So bearing in mind the seeds are probably going to rot, and I don't know whether a rotten seed will be suitable for the creation of the enzyme. We might have to figure out where they all are, then figure out a place where they're all close together. I am wondering whether I've made a bit of a mistake, and the best option was one of the things I started off with, which was using the portals in the containment facility to gather all the items, whether that's why the portals were there. And then I still need to go somewhere where there's a what's it called? The machine that builds the things. What the hell is that called? One of those anyway. I need one of those. Where? What's over there? Oh, come on now. I wonder if there's more of them around just because I've breached the facility. Why has that icon got so big? Oh, there we go, just because I was looking towards it. Okay. So I'm wondering if I need to make my way back to the containment facility. And there isn't necessarily an easy way of doing that. I think the quickest way from here will be to find our way back to the Cyclops. And then from there, it wasn't very far from the Cyclops, was it? We're getting pretty close now, so this is going to be where the Leviathan is. And that's it over there? Yeah, that's it over there, look. So all we need to do is survive this very sketchy looking Leviathan. There's a bit all over the shop then, wasn't it? Doesn't seem entirely aware of us at the moment, which is fine by me. It's been a while since we're back in this direction again, isn't it? Thump. Oh, did that not? Alright then, so we're almost back at base. Fantastic. So, about time for me to start wrapping this up then, I guess. So not that I want any direct spoilers, he says, followed very quickly with a but. A general hint and tip just around, like, is the best place to get all of the ingredients. Spotted dock leaf, don't want that. From the power, from the containment facility portals. Is that where I should really be aiming to go? And if it is, what I'll probably do is before I start recording the next video, I'll get there first and then I'll start recording so that we're actually in a pretty good position. If it's not, then, well, is it worth... I might just look up where all these things are anyway. If I don't get any particular comments around the containment facility, I might look at where they are anyway, just to save some time. Because I don't think any of them are going to be impossible to find or anything. I mean, we can actually just get out of here, can't we? Is the temperature high enough that it's charging? Yeah, okay. Let's leave that there, then we'll head back to the base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome to you, my lady. So let's empty this. Fabricator. I just remembered the word. It's called a fabricator. Go me. So yeah, the eye stalks, I'm pretty sure we've seen those. The sea crown looks slightly familiar. The fungal sample I'm not too sure on. The bulb bush, yes, and the ghostweed, we know what that is as well now. Okay, yeah. So any general hints or tips, like I say, would be very much appreciated. If there isn't a specific location that's a good place to act as a base for all of them, I will probably just look it up, because I'm sure I've seen all of those before, it's just I don't remember where they were, so I don't think that's entirely spoilers, as long as I don't look up everything sort of beyond that. Yeah. Anything else? Don't think so. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to leave that there then, and I'm going to eat me some marble melons. Where are marble melons? There they are. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please do click the like button. Hugely appreciated as always. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already, of course. And any questions or comments, as I say, leave them down below. Any not spoilerish hints or tips. And be very clear there, I don't want any spoilers just on what's to come. I just want a general idea of where I should be going for that. Oh, the other thing, let me know if they can be created with rotten seeds or not. 'Cause I'm sure the seeds will rot, as the other seeds have done. So I just need to know if it's a race against time, or if I've got, if I can just keep some in the prawn suit and then just do it as and when I come across them. That'd be really useful to know as well. Yeah, so leave your comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them. As always, we stream Wednesdays at 6 PM UK time, so come along and say hello there. Playing Assassin's Creed at the moment, and bloody well loving it, actually. Really, really enjoying Assassin. Surprised myself a little bit. So it'd be lovely to see some of you there to say hello. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Subnautica. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.